Hello guys! About 80% of people who are watching my videos are actually not subscribed to the channel. This kind of videos is pretty difficult to make, so if you wanna help me out, please consider subscribe, because at 1000 subs, I will open a Discord server for this channel and I will give you a chance to get these cute Touhou postcards when the Discord server starts. Alright, let's go to the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. And we're here for another tier list. I know that probably some of you guys waiting for this video. I'm trying to play Touhou 18 for a while and got a little bit of a grasp about how the difficulty is gonna be. So far, yeah, I'm gonna tell you later, but you know what? I don't wanna be biased. I wanna play all the games before it already comes out, and I'm trying to compare the things because I want to make this tier list not biased and fair in point. Choose me for president in America 2024. So, another tier list. It's been a long time since I'm not making this kind of video again. So, probably some of you guys asking me, I believe, why you're not including the PC98 bosses. So the reason for that is because those games feels kind of different, the system's kind of different, and you know, it's not so comparable. So I decided just not including those people or those games. And also there is no Touhou 9 boss because it is also pretty different games. And there's also some games that doesn't really feels about just Danmaku battle in general. You know, some of them are even like fighting games, so you cannot compare those things. If I can make a tier list out of all Touhou characters, probably we can just include all of them. You know, I have a lot of ideas for tier lists in Touhou genre, because no one make this kind of video before, so I think this is kind of a unique treat in my channel. So for now, let's focus on Touhou Stage 6 tier list based on difficulty. So as usual, we have S, A, B, C, D class. So we're gonna start with Remelia. Remelia, I would say it's a B tier because she is not really like insanely difficult, but she is certainly insane. But you know, for a boss that I could beat in lunatic mode, is something to remind you about that she is not as hectic as the next bosses is gonna be. But for me, I would be honest with you, Touhou 6 is my first game ever. It takes time for me to beat the normal difficulty in 0 continue. So yeah, I could put her on A actually. For now, let's use a B. I'm gonna use her as the standard point, okay? Yuyuko is definitely gonna be C. She is pretty much from the easiest Touhou games. If you compare all of these games, you know, she's probably from Touhou PCB, which is possibly is the easiest game. But yeah, Yuyuko, you can study the patterns quite easily, so there's nothing really special going on. But for now, I'm gonna choose Yuyuko on the C tier. We have Eirin Tasukete. They are pretty hard, to be honest. Okay, they are definitely A tier. And Kaguya, for me, they are the same, basically the same level, the same difficulty, has probably the same pattern, basics at least. But yeah, they are pretty hectic, but because they are from arguably the easy games, because it's so easy to get death bombs and stuff, and you don't need to 1cc this game. Basically, you need to 1cc to meet Kaguya, but you don't need to 1cc to meet Eirin. So basically you can unlock the extra stage by not 1ccing it and then 1cc it. But for me, if you want to 1cc the games, it's pretty difficult. I would say they are pretty difficult. I don't know about you guys, this is my opinion, but they covering your screens pretty badly. Even though some of the patterns and bullet speed are pretty slow, they covering your screen really badly. Moving on to Kanako. Alright, Kanako. I have a lot of problem with Kanako in the past, except for the last spell. She is a pretty doable final boss in my opinion. You can learn the pattern pretty easily, but the problem is she is quite fast paced, so I'm gonna put her in A tier. Honestly guys, I wanna tell you, I'm not playing the games all of them on lunatic modes, except that I just beat 2 lunatic modes on Touhou 6 and Touhou 7, and those games are pretty doable. If I can do that, you guys can do that. But honestly, the game systems make it really hard. But for me, yeah, she is definitely A tier, but not on the S tier. She's not covering your screen pretty much, to be honest. She has a lot of like gaps you can through. But the problem is she is really fast-paced battle. So yeah, she's pretty difficult. Moving on to Oku. This is interesting. As a final boss, I would say she is not bad. This is my opinion, okay? The stage 5 boss is worse. I would tell you, stage 5 boss is worse. But she is pretty much covering your screen as well with her sun-based Danmaku. But she has a lot of blind spot. She's pretty... it's either A or B. She's definitely not S tier, B tier. Yeah, perhaps she is pretty difficult for a lot of people. So I kind of compare this boss on the hard difficulty because I play all of them on hard difficulty already. I can say not all of the games I could 1cc on hard difficulty, but Oku or Utsuho, she's pretty doable boss. Yeah, she's B. I don't think I have any more comments about that. And we have Byakuren. She has the squiggly lasers. She has a lot of lasers. I don't think she has a squiggly lasers though. That's in Touhou Impossible spell card, wasn't it? She doesn't have squiggly lasers in the final boss. I can 1cc UFO on hard pretty easily, but not on lunatic. But on hard mode, she is not that hard. I'm gonna put in B because Yuyuko is here. I don't think Yuyuko is harder than or on par with Byakuren. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, and UFO in general is also a very hard game, so yeah, B tier is a good class for her. Okay, next we have the Taishi-sama. Who's her name again? Miko. Miko is definitely C tier, I think. So she has quite an intense fight. She's pretty fast paced, but to be honest with you, it's not possess a significant challenge compared to 6 of this. That's what I thought, okay? Moving on to Shimyomaru. So this is important things that DDC has some kind of difficulty spike to stage 5 and then stage 6. Stage 6 is just insanely difficult. I tend to put her on S tier, but I know you guys probably not gonna agree with me, but she's brutal to fight with. I'm gonna put her on S tier. So the one that she grow you up is just insane, even though you're using Reimu, because Reimu is just the slimmest person on the entire Gensokyo. It's still pretty hard, and you need to time your misdirection and stuff. She looks quite simple, but at the same time she has fast-paced bullet, fast-paced spell. She's S tier for me, but probably not for you guys. I don't know. You can disagree, you can agree. This is my opinion, okay? Moving on to Junko. She is exactly what I'm thinking about. She's really hard. So Junko is the one that trying to kill you really hard. She's definitely insane compared to other final boss, and the final spell is just, oh my god, it's unbearable. The thing that I really hate about Junko's fight is the final spell. It's so unbearable. It's total RNG, and you cannot detect or you cannot predict where those bullets gonna come to you. So she is an S tier for sure. Okina is really hard, but depends on what season you choose. If you choose the spring season, it's gonna be absolutely hell. The winter season is pretty easy on the final spell. Between A or S. A plus probably. This is S. Okay. Okina is between S and A. I cannot put her on A, so I also cannot put her on S. She's in between, so yeah, it's kind of things like that. And we have Keiki from Touhou 17. So we have this kind of power spike on the last spell, so that is really helping a lot. But she is still quite difficult, so I'm gonna put her on 8. I'm not really playing Touhou 17 that much since its release, but yeah, I could say she is really a challenge. So yeah, okay, moving on to the last game that just released, Touhou 18. So not in D. I cannot tell you how hard she is because I'm not really playing that much of Touhou 18. She's pretty a challenge, but not really that hard. I would say the stage 4 is so much difficult than stage 6. Stage 4 and stage 5, I would say, but she not, yeah, she's pretty standard. She's not that easy and not that difficult either. Okay, so there you have it. There is no such a thing as D tier final boss in Touhou because stage 6 arguably is a lot harder than extra boss. I would say extra boss has this kind of difficulty wise, it's pretty standard between hard and lunatic for me. Because in extra stage you just cannot continue just one full stage with a boss with really long fight, basically extra stage, and that it's so easy to compare extra stage, but for the final stage I have a lot of trouble to it. But there you have it, and I know you guys probably want to hear my opinion about the new games and the new extra stage boss, so I'm gonna move on there. So Touhou 18 for me is on the level of Touhou 16. It's pretty hard, not gonna lie, it's pretty difficult game, but at the same time it's not really as easy as Touhou 17 or Touhou 7. And for the Centipede Girl, the new extra stage boss Momoyo, she's in A tier. I have quite a problem dealing with her, but probably I'm biased, okay? Probably I'm biased, perhaps because I'm not playing that extra stage that much because the game is just released, but for me I'm just gonna put her on A tier. Alright, there you have it. The new tier list video is coming soon about the stage 5 boss. Yeah, I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.